If you think so, then you know as little about weapon design as I did when I decided to announce it. You see, at the time, I hadn't even dropped out of college yet, and while I had already started building AKs, I knew nothing about practical gunsmithing.
He builds these things.
So I enlisted the help of my local gunsmith, Chris Baker.
Right,
and with the help of this redneck wizard, we got to work.
Okay. Right, troops, this is a first for me. I'm reacting to the AK-50. It's from the channel Brandon Herrera. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Pretty much a massive gun guru. Believe it or not, guys, I did serve in the Royal Marines Commandos. I'm not really a massive gun geek. I just don't know much about weapons. It's not really a British thing in general to know much about weapons. Despite being in the military, I only really knew, the weapon systems in which I used. Unless you go down the platoon weapons specialization, it's something that most Marines are not really into unless they take a personal interest in it. So, that might surprise a lot of the American viewers, but it's something that I'm pretty much, wanting to kind of get an understanding of, and I guess this is the channel to do it. So, without further ado, let's get into it. This is the AK-47. There you go. That proves my point. I know shit about this stuff. The AK-50. This guy builds these things, apparently. So, original link in the description. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And let's do it. Come on. Damn, that's a big old thing. The hell is that? Wait, is that the AK-50 we're talking about?
A famous man once said, "There is no real ending. It's just the place where you stop the story." Who said that? What does it even mean? Doesn't matter. I said it because he said it, so now he was famous, and it's basically getting said by two well-known guys. I don't... Tell you what, let's just start from the beginning.
I like this guy already, man. I like this dude. Herrera. So he's like a big weapon guy? Is he ex-military or something? Or just a gun lover?
There'll be no strings to bind your hands.
50. Right, I'm fast forwarding this because music and stuff just
years ago, I announced I was working on an insane task. To take an AK-47, the most iconic combat rifle in the world, and scale it up to the insanely large 50 BMG. The caliber usually reserved for anti-aircraft guns, or the one Archer said could kill a building. So just scaling up an AK to fire 50 BMG sounds simple enough, right?
I'm laughing at that, but honestly, guys, 50 cals do kill buildings, all right? Sentient beings are buildings, and they kill them.
Well, if you think so, then you know as little about weapon design as I did when I decided to announce it. You see, at the time, I hadn't even dropped out of college yet, and while I had already started building AKs, I knew nothing about practical gunsmithing. So I enlisted the help of my local gunsmith, Chris Baker, and with the help of this redneck wizard, we got to work.
Wait, isn't that offensive to say that? I'm not American, don't judge me.
Some of the parts we designed and had made by local companies, the rest we made ourselves with blood, sweat, and tears. But mostly blood. And by May of 2017, we had enough of an AK-50 version 1 ready to fire its first test shot.
That's crazy. So he's hybrid AK-47 variant into now an AK-50 car.
2, 1!
That doesn't even make any sense.
She's together!
Great.
Full held, man.
So now step 1 was complete. The gun wouldn't explode on its first shot. Congratulations. But we're not building a single-shot gun. We need to make it semi-automatic, so we need to make it cycle. So from there, we added the gas system, the thing that makes AKs function. After we added gas, we were able to make it successfully extract and eject its first round.
3, 2, 1. Motherfucker! Motherfucker! Oh my God! God
Guys, guns. All we need is booze.
damn it! Fuck yeah! Fuck it!
A massive win for something that people had said was impossible.
Impossible? Now, why would that be impossible? I mean, after all, you're just scaling up a 7.62 AK to the point where it would be able to fit 50 BMG.
Right, I'm not a gun guy, like I said, but that sounds pretty difficult.
Right? Well, no. You see, that's where you run into two different issues. First one being, even though the size of the bullet is getting bigger and the size of the gun is getting bigger, the size of the person using it stays the same size, meaning that if you just scaled it up 1 to 1, you'd end up with something that looked like this. Not something that's really usable to anybody. Not like you could, because that's where your second problem comes in. That wouldn't work anyway because of something called square cube law. Square cube law is kind of an understanding of physics that things don't scale up or down on a 1 to 1 ratio. In fact,
I'm pretending to know what he's talking. I don't have a clue. Give me crayons.
it's a lot more dramatic. For example, doubling the size of something doesn't just double everything else, like area and volume. Those might correspond by being 4 times or even 8 times bigger. Without getting too fucking Bill Nye on you, a simple explanation of that is why an ant's feet are allowed to be super tiny and an elephant has to have 4 fucking tree trunks to be able to support its weight. It's not a 1 to 1 ratio. Then you have issues with gas volume, with relative pressures. Look, all of this to say, not as easy as making this much bigger.
I get it.
A lot of engineering, a lot of math to be done. But let's get back to the AK-50 timeline. I know a lot of you may not be super interested in gunsmithing and weapons technology, weapons design kind of stuff. But if you are, I hope you know you can get your start at sdi.edu using the links in the description and the pinned comment.
So to help with this engineering workload, we had a lot of help, including my Brass Valley internship program, which, among other things, is where I found my current head gunsmith, Zach, someone who would prove essential in completing the 50 project.
You know,
so after redesign,
that's just made me think. Gunsmithing isn't a big deal in the military in Britain. There's like not very many of them, all right, who specialize in fixing weapons and stuff like that. It is really like a very niche area. The reason being, after you leave the forces and you've specialized in that, you're not really going to get a job in the UK. But the United States, it must be like a huge thing. And big business as well. It's something that you could definitely do post-military service, I'm guessing anyway. Just for the sheer fact of how many weapon systems are in the country. Isn't it something like there's more weapons per than people in the US? It's crazy. So I can see why people go down this route. It was something that actually I'd be interested in, to be fair.
redesign after redesign, we settled on what would be the AK-50 V2, which would go away from the heavy and expensive milled receiver in favor of an easier, cheaper, and lighter stamped receiver. And in May of 2021, we were ready to test to see if an AK-50 could actually fire and cycle consecutive rounds, which it motherfucking did.
In a good
Cycling
way.
test with a magazine. In 3, 2, 1. I felt that trigger reset. I'm sending it again in 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Motherfucker.
We made it to 8 rounds in a row before it started slowing down and having hiccups. A death by a million pinpricks where a lot of tiny design flaws from pin sizes to cam groove angles, but at the end of the day, we still proved the concept. This gun could work.
Imagine if that actually got into service in the United States, the AK-50. This thing like blatting through 30-round magazines. That would be insane.
So now that we knew the AK-50 was possible, it was time to make the gun we actually wanted to make. Not just making the skeleton of a gun fire, but making a complete gun. From the handguard to the dust cover and optic mount to a few internal upgrades, it was time to make the gun that we had always wanted to make. A fully functional, fully assembled, completed AK.
Look at that thing. Come on, man. That is brilliant. I want one.
50. But who was capable of making some of these parts? Well, we were lucky enough to be in the greatest country in the world, Texas. Which means industry giants like titans of CNC were in our
Oh wait, hang on. Don't you Americans class Texas as like a separate country altogether type thing?
backyard. And after finally finding a dance partner who could make our parts exactly as we needed them, the road to a finished AK-50 was clearer than ever.
Wow. This is brilliant. I love this video.
But we made a lot of changes to the core of the gun over the last couple of years from what we learned from the V2, and we needed to know if this new AK-50 would function as we thought it would.
How's that look?
That's ridiculous. I don't want to see the 10-round magazine though. I want to see like a 60-round magazine or 30, just to make it like an assault rifle.
It's not ghetto.
What are we doing?
I don't know. This feels different. Strange going on, guys.
AK-50 V3 test fire. Several years in the making. First round. 3, 2, 1. That just fucking cycle. Thing. First fucking try. What the
So now that we knew the core of the AK-50 V3 worked, it was time to add the rest of the gun, which as it turns out, led to its own problems. Ejection issues, dust cover not fully locking, there were a lot of minor details to overcome. But after months of fine-tuning, we were finally ready to test what we considered to be a completed gun.
Wow, this is exciting, man. I want to see him use the... Look at that thing. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely insane. Right, guys, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we need a 30-round magazine on there. I know it would be massive, but that's just... It would give the whole AK look to it, wouldn't it, as well? That's quality. Wow.
Going hot?
Go on, dude.
All right. AK-50 V3 completed, assembled, test fire.
Because, guys, I'm going to pause it just there. This thing, if it does malfunction or explodes, you know, you have a breech explosion or something, it can injure you badly. It can kill you, you know.
In 3, 2,
It's going to knock your
1.
shoulder out. Wow.
Let's see.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Now he's like, let it rip. Hang on, he's even got like a mount on top of the sight for like a reflex mount, like so you can reflex shoot from this thing, shooting in like built up areas and buildings and shit.
I've been waiting 8 fucking years to do that. Oh. I think that was the fastest we've ever fired it to.
I think so.
Fuck.
He's getting the
God,
most.
who's next? All right, you want to give it a shot?
Quality.
I got 5 in it.
It sounds great as well.
Cool. Very nice. How much?
No, it's fucking wild. It's cool shooting it with it now fully together. Because now we've got this dust cover, the optic mount and everything. So we're shooting with this, the Trigicon 50 cal optic. The hand guard lets us, you know, actually put a bipod on it so it's stable. We're not shooting it off of a bunch of fucking sandbags.
Yeah, having to, being able to actually aim it instead of looking down the barrel and making sure it's vaguely on the barrel.
It's actually quite compact, isn't it, as well? Like, I mean, you wouldn't want to be going storming buildings and stuff with that, but that kind of compact, really. Looks heavy, though. That's the problem.
It's pretty nice.
Just kind of sending it, yeah. The bipod we're actually using here is an Atlas bipod, but it's mounted using a QD Picatinny mount from Sylvan Arms. They're actually a great sponsor of the channel. Super nifty, just quick detach. So when we're doing it for transport and whatnot, it's a nice little setup. Also thanks to Kerr Ammo for hooking us up with some of this 50 cal because testing ammo for 50 BMG is not cheap. So we appreciate them as well. But now, we've loaded up a full magazine of 10 rounds because for the first time in the AK-50's history, I think she's ready for mag dumps.
Yeah, do it, man.
So this is, like I said, a long time coming. I think on the V2, we were able to get 8 consecutive rounds before it gummed up. But now I think we're just gonna send it. I think she's good. I think she's ready. Do you concur, Doctor?
Let's see what she does.
Right, how cool would it be if this thing had an automatic switch on it, so you can get automatic 50 cal fire from a sniper rifle hybrid AK?
Time to find out. Time to fuck around and find out. All right. Yeah. Mag dump. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. There she is.
She's firing well, man.
Ah.
He's so
In the
proud
words of the
that
great
thing.
warrior poet Ryan Reynolds, I'm touching myself tonight.
That much recoil, considering it's a 50 cal. You need a better cable, obviously, I think.
Brand new neutralized.
This weapon works. Like we need to see this in service. I think. Like let's do it.
Watching this thing run is just so sexy.
So good.
The only thing that would possibly make this better is some high-speed footage. Maybe some ballistic high speed.
You see, when we had the ballistic high-speed guys in town to record our gyro jet slow motion video, we asked for their help on one more project.
3, 2, 1.
What? Wow, see the barrel bending. Is that supposed to do that? Is the barrel actually supposed to bend like that? I know it's really slowed down, but that looks crazy. Yeah, that looks very strange, right? I mean, I guess it's supposed to do that because it is doing
Just
that,
because
right?
I've always wanted to do this.
Hip fire.
Really, the recoil's not bad. As heavy as it is, it shouldn't be.
That does not like that belongs in like a Terminator movie. The movements that he's doing there. This is crazy, man. We need to see this in a film somewhere. Rambo. First
Time to shoulder
Blood
fire this big
12.
heavy bitch. It's been a long time coming.
I want to try this. I need to get to the States.
So impractical. It's so fucking hot. I got nothing. That was just fun.
It hasn't killed anyone yet?
Not yet.
You know,
no,
the thing
no
is-
sun's needed today.
He's had an idea and he's like made it happen. That's what's impressive with it. AK-47. Yeah, let's make like a sniper rifle version of it, like the 50 cal. And he's made it, and it's like not even a joke anymore. Like that's an AK-50. Like, why aren't we seeing like that? Wouldn't be a joke if that was created 100 years ago. People go, yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, let's do this. Let's manufacture it. This needs to be a real thing. I think. I'm sold, man. I want to be in America shooting guns.
Sweet. Dude, that sounds beefy.
It is beefy.
Freedom to do that in the States. You just don't get it.
And it's cycled just like that?
Oh yeah.
We just don't have that here.
You did it!
New favorite 50 cal, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That
Feels really good.
It's not too bad. The recoil is not bad either.
No, that's awesome. Good job.
I feel like a proud dad.
I wonder how
You
accurate
should.
it is.
I feel like a not proud dad. None of my kids can do that.
A famous man once said, "There's no real ending. It's just the place where you stop the story." Frank Herbert was the one who said that. He wrote Dune, so put some fucking respect on his name. But anyway, that's the story of the AK-50, or at least the story so far. We've come
I
a
wanna see
long
more
way
of
from a
this.
future college dropout in a garage to millions of subscribers and whatever the fuck this turns into. So if I were to wrap this up all tight with a bow, whatever, I guess I'd say that the AK-50 was never a distraction or a hobby. It was a starting point. And now, who knows where we'll go.
This dude is motivating
All
the
I
hell out of
know
me.
is that I wouldn't be here without you. Where we'll go in the future, I have no idea. But what I do know is that today we can set aside the age-old question. Where AK-50? Here AK-50.
That was absolutely phenomenal. How have I only just found out about this guy? I've seen my good friend Luke, Original Human, react to this, and I thought that I need to do this. He is cool. This is a cool channel. How many subscribers has he got? 3.43 million. How have I not found out about this guy, man? He's got some real cool content as well. That was unbelievable editing. He literally kicks content out every week or so, it seems. He's putting content out every week. Wow, I need to. Hopefully, this is all right for me to react to. Brandon, you are. That's a cool channel, man. Original link will definitely be in the description. I need to start reacting to some of he does so many videos. Right, okay, I'm doing this. I'm doing this, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the screen. This is a quality channel. I love it, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my reaction to it. Hopefully I did it proud. If you did, like, share, subscribe, guys. We're on the route to 500,000. Let's get it. Let's go. I'll see you in the comments, man.